Hey, good evening, everybody. Hello. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, good evening. Hello. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all of you, IG. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Ricardo Arce. Tonight, I'm going to be jumping into something I believe is going to be a blessing to you. I'm talking about pretty much getting bad advice in your relationship. You should never, ever, ever, ever use, ever. You don't ever want to use these advices in your relationships, because as we go through love works and trying to build healthy relationships, you're going to be challenged to not take on um, other people's issues in your relationship. Because I'm a firm believer, don't take advice from people who have horrible relationships. Stop. They can tell you how not to get divorced if they got divorced, but to keep a happy marriage or a happy relationship, it's a no-go. So I hope tonight that you stick with me. If you're on with me, TikTok, what's up? Good to see you guys. Do me a favor. For everybody who's able, hit that love button and just let me know that you're there. Chime in, say hello, say what's up, whatever that is. Come on, let's go. I need you to be on tonight and to be a part of this. And I'm going to take some questions and hopefully help you out a little bit. So as we move forward, there are some things that you and I have to really take heed in our relationships. We have to really start thinking about pretty much what's important to us. Taking advice from people is always going to be tricky. Hey, Sharice, God bless you. Thanks so much for joining us. But I want to jump into this topic tonight, and I'm not going to be too long with you. But if you're now joining me, my name is Ricardo Arce. This is Love Works. Let's go. So as you can imagine, everybody has something to say about relationships, specifically your relationship. But as we tackle this, I'm going to go through these. This is my list. You may have something different. In fact, I'd love to hear what your list is. So let's start with number one, right off the bat. Boom. Your perfect match is out there. That's a lie, because nobody's perfect. Every relationship has to go through a transition as you're trying to understand someone. There is no perfect match. So, and this is the problem with a lot of people when they try to get in relationships. They look for somebody perfect. They have to have the perfect teeth, the perfect toes. They got to be, just everything perfect. No, everybody's a work in progress. Everybody's a work in progress. And follow me. When you first meet the person, usually you sit there and you entertain them for let's say 6 months. You're in this euphoria. It's almost like an infatuation with them. You're deep in love with them. I mean, they can do nothing wrong. Then, that wears off. And you start seeing the flaws in them. They do this or they do that. And you pick them apart, indicating that there is no perfect person out there for you. It's what you're willing to put up with, number one. And how do you pretty much grow together? That's the key thing, because everybody has their, the criteria, what they want and what they don't want, what they're willing to put up with, which is, some things they're willing to put up with. So I stress this to you. Number one, there is no perfect match. That's bad advice. All right, let's move. Number two, play hard to get. Ladies, don't do that. Gentlemen, don't do that. What's going on? Hey, TikTok. Hey. This whole hard to get thing, it blows my mind. I've met more people who have missed out on the quote unquote special person in their lives, but they were playing hard to get. And as they played hard to get, they lost out on valuable people. I mean, he or she was the one, and they didn't land him. You know the one. Yeah, everybody had that one. It's like, ah, man, I should have married her or I married him. When you play hard to get, it's an indication you have some insecurities, that you're trying to sometimes manipulate the person to be something or to do something that you want them to do. And that could be very, very detrimental to your relationship. You want to do all that you can not to play hard to get. Just use some common sense. You know, trust is built. Trust is built. Trust, you don't go into any relationship trusting anyone. You have to find out what type of person they are, what kind of reputation they have, where they come from, what's their background. You hear me say this constantly. As long as you're on with pretty much LOVEWORKS, you're going to hear me say all the time, shake the tree. Shake that tree. See what comes off that tree. My point is that you want to make sure you build the trust with the person. Because again, the whole hard to get thing, it's not going to work for you. So that's what people say. Don't take that advice. Number 3, if they can't handle you at your worst, they don't deserve you at your best. Man, what are we talking about? You may take years to go through something bad. And you pretty much go through lose out on valuable time with the person. You could have been married, kids, house, not in that order. Yeah, married, house, kids, and career, whatever that looks like. You could have done this if you didn't play the game. Or just literally say, you know what, if you can't handle my worst, you can't handle my best. No, that's not true. So don't take that advice. Throw that to the side. Number 4, chemistry means you found the one. That's a lie. Because the fact of the matter is you're going to be attracted to many people and have great chemistry. So who do you say the person is? Chemistry is important, but not the short tail. It's not. Let me tell you what the short tail is. What kind of character they have? Well, they got to come with some money. What kind of character do they have even without the money? Because this is listen, ladies, let me learn this now. The money does not make the man makes the money. Because if the money makes the man, once he loses the money, you don't have a man. That person, whoever you get involved with, from the ground up, they build. What kind of character do they have? Because how they treat you on the way up, listen, they're going to treat you on the way down. That's how this works. So I stress to you, don't put too much thought into that. Where it comes down to chemistry, chemistry is the one that you found the person that you're with them, and man, that's it. It's the end all. No, that's not how this works. So I encourage you to deal with character first. The chemistry. The fact of the matter is, listen, there are some men out there, ladies, who will stimulate your mind. And men, let me help you real quick. You may look good, and that's wonderful. You're a good-looking dude and so forth. But if you learn to stimulate the mind, I know you. Listen, I'm a minister, so I try not to talk too graphic. But real talk, that's the foreplay. Ladies, help me out. Yeah, that's the foreplay. Once you start, I'm telling you what I know. You stimulate their minds. It's no doubt they'll be attracted to you. Looks aren't everything because that wears out. But I promise you this, if you learn to keep your character and listen, stimulate her mind, sir, it's a wrap. But going back to, I'm sorry, I went down the bunny trail, but real talk. The key thing is when it comes down to chemistry. Chemistry is important, but not the. It's not the one. Here's a big one, which some of y'all know me, and I get irritated with this one right here. Listen, soulmates exist. Not true. Soulmates don't exist. Because that's an indication that there's one person for you for the rest of your life. Well, what if that person dies? Your soulmate died? And you don't get remarried, you don't get no other loved one. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes down to soulmates. I get it's cute. It sounds great in a Hallmark movie and also a Disney movie, but there's no such thing as a soulmate. Soulmates don't exist. Yeah, I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but real talk, you need to pretty much get off that fantasy in your head, pretty much watching too many Disney movies and Hallmark movies. Stop. The fantasy stops now. Yeah, no soulmates. I'm moving. Number 6, time heals all wounds. That's a lie too. Time heals nothing. No. When it comes down to your emotional issues and hurt and pain that you pretty much went through, that first love took your virginity, or you pretty much went through it with her and y'all broke up and so forth, it heals it. No, it doesn't. Time heals nothing. What heals is you getting the help that you need. And what I push here, listen, is definitely you getting your relationship in with God just right. Yeah, that's important. That's who heals you. Yeah, your relationship with God starts healing you from past wounds and issues and struggles. That's important. And listen, a little therapy won't hurt either. A little bit. A little therapy. Get the therapy that you need if you pretty much need that help. Time heals nothing. It doesn't. You just get old. So move on. Number 7, children will save your relationship. Oh my goodness, this is a big one. Here, this is a big one, ladies, because what happens is, if you're honest with me, and specifically to my ladies, that you'll jump in a relationship. Things are going the way they're going. You get nervous. Things are going bad, rather, or start going bad. And all of a sudden, now this person says, you know what, we should have a child. It's going to make it worse. Because now you're bringing somebody into your relationship, a body into your relationship, a child that has literally had to be fed, had to be taken care of for at least 18 years. What it does not do is bring you closer. Do not run that game and do not do that. Please, I'm begging you, TikTok, don't do it. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. So, and if you agree with me or disagree with me, please say so. I'd love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. Cool. Perfect. Hey, TikTok. Okay. Number 8. The kids should always come first. Never. That's mean. The kids don't come first. Your marriage does. Yeah. You take care of the kids. When you have a strong unit with your pretty much husband and wife, the kids will follow along. They will sense it and they will know it. So don't put your marriage on the back burner because Jimmy's going through something. You guys come together. You pray about it. You help little Jimmy out, both of you. Because when you start putting literally your children first, it brings a wedge in your marriage. I've seen it over and over again. Pretty much a couple that pretty much had children, and one was a special need. And that special need child pretty much got the bulk of the attention from the father, which was fine. But the wife got jealous of that and felt she was being pretty much no affections coming her way. And it was a big argument. And my word to you is that get the help that you need. Don't get me wrong. Of course, it's a special need child. I get it. But you guys both have to come on one accord and bring understanding what's going on. How do we address it? How do we go about this? And this is vitally important when it comes down to your relationships. Number 9, living together is a great way to test the waters for the future. The devil is a lie. Do not listen, daughter. That's a bad idea. Now, even to the saved folk who love Jesus and they feel that, God will work it out. No, don't do this. It's a bad idea to get married, or rather to live with one another, and even planning on marrying later, because it may not never come. Here's a scenario. Let's say the lease is in his name. You move in with him. He gets tired of you. You caught him. You catch him cheating. You're tired of him. What do you think is going to happen? You now have to get out of that apartment and find another apartment. Find somewhere to live. Yeah, or vice versa. That's just one scenario. But the truth of the matter is you're quote unquote testing the waters. One thing about it, when you have a way out, you will make a way out. I'm going to say that again. When you have a way out, you will make a way out. Yeah, you will sit there and make your way out of the relationship because you have options. Hence, with some people we talk to, I'll say me, that they'll say pretty much they'll be in a relationship for 4, 5, 6 years. And they say, well, we're not ready to get married. What? What are we talking about? And ladies, if you pretty much are dealing with that, God bless you. But I'm telling you, that's a bad thing for your self-esteem and where you want to go in life. Yeah. So shacking up, you can call it the old school shacking up, do whatever, playing house, whatever you want to do. If he, is man enough to live with you, then he's man enough, for himself to ask you to marry you. I'm just saying. I know this sounds old school. You may not like it, but that's just real talk. Don't get caught up like that. Don't get caught up like that. Let's move. 10. I'm almost done. Got complicated. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So here, let me close this out really quick. Give me 1 second, guys. I lost connection to one of my streams, so I apologize. So, okay. So, let's see here. Each partner should do their share fair. Or their fair share, sorry. One of the key things about going half and half or 50-50 or whatever, that can be challenging. Should the man pay all the bills? A lot of ladies will pretty much argue and say, yeah. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Very few men make that type of money where they can pay all of the bills. Very few men. Very few men can pay all the bills. Sometimes it does take a 2-income household. So, and even then, sometimes somebody may make more than the other person. Let it be with women making more than men, which is a whole nother topic, or vice versa. The fact of the matter is that everybody does their share fair, their fair share. But this is the key. You really can't put a price tag on someone doing housework or someone, let's say, going to work every day or whatever. I would never put a cost. When my wife was at home, she's a teacher, so she'll be at home during the summer. I would never put a price tag on that. Never. Listen, my girl, she handles business. I would never put a price tag on that. So just do what you can in a relationship that you're in, because it's never going to seem like it's fair. Never. If both of you are putting in your fair share in a sense of you do your part, that's right there is pretty much the notion that you want. Those are the results that you want. Everyone's pretty much doing their part. So don't get hung up in the mindset where you feel that pretty much this person's doing more or that person's doing less or whatever. That's foolishness. Because the fact of the matter is, and listen, this is going to offend some ladies, but this is the truth. We're not equal. We're not equal. There's a reason why God made hips on you and put shoulders on men. Because the man can handle more. The word lets us know, scripture, that you are the weaker vessel. Accept it. Stop playing games like that. In fact, I see more ladies putting more stress on their bodies because they're trying to keep up pretty much in business and they can't handle it. You can get offended all you want, but that's the truth. Yeah. Yeah. What? Let me share this with you. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go there because that's an open. Never mind. Let me move. Age is just a number. That's all. No, sir. No, sir. If you got a 20-year difference on the person or whatever, and you can say they're mature, you can say all of that. I get it. But I'll be honest with you. Age is a number. It is. If you are 50 dating a 25-year-old young man, sir, or I'd say old man and a young lady, you're in two different hemispheres. And when it comes to spirits, meaning you don't have pretty much, she's not there to be trained. She's there to be your wife. Now, if y'all work it out, God bless you. But I'm saying just on the notion of age, is just, no, it's not. No, it's not. Because I've seen some mature young people with some older dumb people. Yeah. So that whole age thing, don't do it. Young ma'am, don't do it. It works out for some. It worked out for Tina Turner. God bless her. Tina Turner has it going on. You know, they're up in age now. You know, I believe she's like in her, I think 80 if I'm not mistaken. Still looks wonderful. You know, she's coping. He's a lot younger than her. And when you get up of age, sir, when you get up in age and she's a lot younger than you, there's going to be a problem. But that's just my humble opinion. You don't have to take it. I'm going to give you one more. No, a couple more. I got a couple more. The guy should pay. Do me a favor. If you believe a guy should pay, just chime in and say yay or nay. Just say yes or no. Should the guy pay? Should the guy pay? I just have a simple question while I grab something to drink. Should the guy pay? Come on, TikTok, help me out. I want to hear your response. Cool. IG, I see you. All right. Okay. Everybody's chiming in. Okay. Of course you would. My wife says yes. I don't. The guy should not pay all the time. I don't believe that. That's just my thing. I did when we were pretty much together, but the truth of the matter, when we were dating rather, I get that. But I don't think the guy should pay all the time. That's just my humble opinion. I don't think he should. But you may feel different. Miss Angela, come on and weigh in. I see you. You're on Facebook. If you're on Facebook with me, I see you. YouTube, I see you too. Someone else said no. All right, thank you. Another person says maybe. Okay. TikTok, what do you think? You think that the guy should pay? Go ahead and type it in. Let me know. Should the guy pay? Angela, come on now. I thought you were on my side. She said yes too. Okay, I got some women who are pretty much old school. Okay, no worries. I understand. I don't have to argue. I don't know what to say about that because there's sometimes in a relationship, if you're dating or whatever, you get to know the person, the guy should always pay. I don't think he should. I think it should be some leeway there, where maybe sometimes and other times he doesn't, but it should be discussed honestly. Yeah, I hear you, Miss Angela. All right, I see you. All right, number 13. It's better to keep your finances separate. Nope. When you get married, my opinion, put it together. Some may agree with that or disagree. I've seen households where they keep it separate. The husband doesn't know what the wife makes, and the wife doesn't know what he makes. It works. I pretty much take my little allowance and keep it pushing. That's how we work. She handles the finances. I just do the investments. That's how it works. As long as pretty much I have lights and internet and a full belly, I'm good. But real talk is one of those things that you have to discuss with your mate. Should you have finances separate or together? That is really up in the air for some people. I think it should be together, but yeah, you agree? Okay. Sandra says, yeah, I agree. Okay. I think you should have it together because, ladies, you might be missing out on some money. I'm just saying, you might be missing out on some money. I'm just saying. All right, come on. I got a couple of more. A woman who earns more can be threatening to a male partner. Now, that is something that's right in the middle. Some men don't mind their wives pretty much earning more. Some don't. Others do. Men may be intimidated by that. Ladies, let me give you some understanding. Yes, it is true. There are times when men can get intimidated by you earning more money, and it makes him look weak. That's pretty much what they're afraid of. The fact of the matter is that you don't want to be that person. You don't want to end up in that relationship where you're constantly in competition with your man. That's his issue, not yours. Because naturally, men are competitive. It's a natural thing. And there's some women too, don't get me wrong. But however, when it comes down to that money and you earning more, that's, some don't like it. Let me tell you something. I'm for it. Please go. I wish, man, my wife can earn as much money as she desires. Because again, it's in one pot. I don't care. Baby, she can retire me. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, she can retire. Oh, what? Are you kidding me? She knows I'm her biggest fan. What is your idea? You going to do what? Yep, I'll be right behind her pushing her. You better hear me. No issues here. No issues. I'm for it. Please go earn it all. Yep. I got one more for you. Boom, right here. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Meaning that when you're dating or you're going out with people and so forth, that you are pretty much only are with it exclusively with that person. Let me share this with you. Be the person that shares with that other person that you pretty much are not, don't want to be in a relationship. And I'm speaking of, listen, dating, not marriage, dating. In your dating life, if you want to explore other options, another young lady that you want to date, another young man you want to date, cool, but make it known to the other person. One thing, when you're dating someone, look, are we exclusive or what are we doing? Because I see old dude pretty much hanging around. I'm trying to figure out what my place is. Yeah, you have to have that talk, because if not, it's going to grind in your spirit, and you're going to be messed up and find out. Oh, I thought. No, not thinking. You got to know. Am I the only one, or are there other people? Because if not, you get emotionally attached. You fall in love, and all of a sudden, that person that you're with, tells you, blows up your spot. Like, hey, no, I never said that. And everybody's hurt. Or I'll say the person who thought they were exclusive is hurt. You want to make sure, if anything, you have that discussion. But in my opinion, I don't believe as you're dating, unless it's pretty much said that it's exclusive, put your eggs all in one basket. Because that person, again, dating, and we have to clarify what dating is. Dating is not sleeping with the person. Dating is not laying down with the person. That's not what dating is. Dating is getting to know the person. Not in private. Not after 10 o'clock at night. Not in the hotel room or the motel, depending who you're dating. That's not what this is about. Dating is pretty much getting to know what you desire. If the person fits you, nothing wrong with that. But don't go out there doing your thing. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Those are my 15. Those are my 15 of bad advice or bad relationship advice you should never follow. Those are my 15. I had some other ones, but I just want to narrow it down to this because it has been in counseling people or just talking to people. People give some horrible advices. Now, if you got any, give me some. I'm gonna wait a second. Ms. Anderson said, "Be upfront." Yeah, be upfront. Be upfront. If you feel that the person is for you or not, just be upfront. Like, hey, you know what? I got a situation over here. You know, I'm still, you know, trying to feel him out. So no disrespect. We can have coffee, whatever, dinner, whatever. But please, you know, let's slow this down or whatever that looks like. Yes, it's a good idea. Any suggestions that you may have when it comes down to not following bad advice? If you have any on your agenda or anything on your plate, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I would love to hear from you. And I'm loving the input that everyone's giving. Just on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Hey, okay, TikTok. I appreciate you guys. You guys have been awesome on TikTok. Thank you so much. Okay. Any advice that you want to give to some folk? Because bad advice in relationship is horrible. Horrible. You can mess up your life getting some advice from certain people because they're in a place where they're mad or angry and they give you some dumb advice. And all of a sudden you take that home to, or you pretty much take it to your girlfriend, boyfriend, or fiance, whoever you're married to. And you could mess up the relationship because you heard some bad advice. Oh, I'm just saying, and I'll give you some examples here. I'll name drop. You got some people on social media who have been giving really bad advice to women and even men. You heard of Kevin Samuel. You can like him, love him, whatever. A lot of his advice comes from a place, in my opinion, a place where he doesn't like being vulnerable. That's just my humble opinion. I could be wrong. You got other people who really get into the mindset that they feel they can be the high value man and so forth because that's who he caters to. And he's really messed up a lot of young men because they feel they can treat or talk to women crazy. And I'm not saying that pretty much there are not women out there to talk to men crazy. That's not what I'm saying. But they're not mature enough to handle what he's saying. That's what I'm saying to you. There's some other shows out there that I've watched, Fresh and Fit. These two knuckleheads are pretty much giving bad advice to men. They're just some angry, immature men. Simple as that. They're trying to pretty much they're trying to run through all the women. That's pretty much what it is. They don't want a serious relationship. So I say that to you because there's some bad advice that men have gotten that I see pretty much flourishing now in a relationship with women. They're seeing it's not working because you're taking somebody else's experience and trying to add that into your walk of life, and it's totally two polars. So you got to be careful with that. And the same with women. Women, there's some women out there pretty much who on social media who give some crazy backwards advice when it comes to men. Go get the bag. Girl, you so what? You heard him, so what? Move to the next one. That whole thing. And it's demonic. It's sad. And if you pretty much know anyone like that, you need to bring them to this platform. I'd love to interview them or even have a conversation with them. Yeah. I would love to have that conversation with them. So let it be via text or just bring them on camera. I would love to. So, yeah. So, okay, Miss Angela's got one. Thank you. One is one is the man is a much right. Okay. That's true. That's a big one. Yeah. It's not happening. You're absolutely right. And there are a number of them out there, particularly, I love this one. Find your husband or find your wife at church. You may not find them there. Keep in mind, church brings in folks who pretty much are hurting. And what happens is when they don't get the healing that they need within the church, they project that within the body that they're in because they see opportunity. They want to manipulate. I've seen men go to churches and they sleep with all the women. They'll join the choir just because of it. Yeah. And you have to shut that down. They get mad at you because, hey, man, well, that's my business. No, that's my business. I'm the shepherd of this flock. So you, wherewith look yourself, you need to get up out of here. Yeah. But you're hiding in sheep's clothing. You got to go, sir. Yeah, that's just real talk. Yeah. Ladies, listen, I've seen that too. When they come with an agenda, they'll come to church, not worshiping God. They seeing who they can connect with and marry. And listen, there's nothing wrong with going to church to get your life together and then allow God to place you in the life of a man that pretty much wants to get married. Nothing wrong with that. But when your agenda is flipped upside down, your life is going to be in turmoil. You don't want to be that person. So as we move forward on tomorrow night, I'm coming back on tomorrow night. We're going to get into some stuff. But I'm glad that you joined me tonight. And thank you so much for your input to TikTok. Hey, TikTok, how you doing? It's my first time really doing something on TikTok on this level. So thank you. Appreciate y'all. To YouTube, to Twitter, to Twitch, and Facebook. Thank you so much. IG, thank you so much too. All of you, thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Ricardo Arce. This is LOVEWORKS. We're going to be doing this every night. I'm going to say every night. My plan is to come on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Of course, Wednesday night I got Bible study. Join me for that. I'm going to be on TikTok too. It's all good. So join me. I'd love to see you. So tomorrow night, I'm going to tackle another topic. It's going to be fun. I'll announce it tomorrow. You'll see the information. But continue, please, to support this by just showing up. I would be blessed if you do that. And just help me out on that level. I cannot thank you enough for joining me tonight. You've been such a blessing. And let's do it again tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. I'm going to be on, and we're going to have a good time. My name is Ricardo Arce. This is LOVEWORKS. I hope that you have a wonderful night. God bless you and yours, and I'll see you on tomorrow.